Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if I actually make the game appear. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Welcome in. It's me, Decap Jedi, and I'm glad you could be here with me as we jump into part 2 of Kathy Rain, the director's cut. We're going to be solving more mysteries, all that sort of good stuff. So can't wait to see where this one goes next. We are trying to unravel the mystery around our grandfather's mysterious death and all that sort of good stuff. We made it through day 1. We're starting on day 2, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Welcome in, Clill. Thank you so much for the resub. I hope everyone's doing well this evening. It's been an exciting day here as I record this. We had a small kitchen fire today. That doesn't happen every day. That was a moment of excitement, and then I ate a really good tomato pie afterwards, which was kind of part of the whole kitchen fire experience. So there you have it. Yeah, Tom, I hope the mystery here is that it's just Father Time, man. Father Time is what takes out your grandpa every time. Trust me, my students have several grandparents pass away every semester, usually right around exam time. So I know how fragile human life can be. Let's jump in. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you've had a good weekend. So yeah, as we left off, we've just gotten back to Kathy's dorm room after a long day of investigating something that I'm not quite sure why Kathy is so curious about, but hey, she's a journalism student. She has to flex those investigative skills at some point. Yeah, it was just a small kitchen fire, you know.
Hi, Kat. Feel free to use my computer while I'm away. My password is AngelLove, without the quotes. If you call my friend Dave at 555-2492, he can set you up with some software.
We talking pirated?
I'll be back in a few hours, super psyched about the investigation. E. P.S. No gum on the keyboard, please. Remember the last time?
Is it still on fire?
She actually uses a space bar?
This is a really great question.
Looks like she forgot to write down the username. Oh well, shouldn't be too hard to guess. I think it's just some combination of her first and last name.
Hacker Dave, there it is. Yeah, is the kitchen still on fire? It is, but you know what I say? This is fine when the kitchen's on fire around me. Kind of what happened was our paper towels were sitting maybe a little too close to our gas stove, and a paper towel caught fire, so it was ripped from the paper towel roll and kind of thrown on the ground, and then set our carpet just a little bit on fire. A rug, not carpet. It'd be weird to have carpet in your kitchen, right? But yeah, it definitely did set a little rug on fire, but was quickly put out. It's fine. We're all good. Let's call Hacker Dave.
Yeah?
Hey, I'm Kathy. Eileen said to call you about some software.
Ellie who?
Eileen. Red hair, glasses, speaks so fast her gums ache.
Oh, right. I thought her name was Errol. Figured it was kind of a weird name for a girl.
You must have a hearing disorder.
You must have a thinking disorder.
Ooh, snap.
Burn.
Wow, just wow. So, the software?
Oh, this guy has Win95 keys.
Yeah. No, can't. Not really.
I knew she was full of shit.
Nah, I mean, sure, I used to be able to get pirated software, but not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There was this misunderstanding and my network privileges were revoked. Me and Clyde, the campus IT guy, don't really see eye to eye. We used to play bocce together, and let's just say he is one sore loser.
Yeah, this is classic nerd stuff. Nerds, am I right, Paul? You couldn't have said better. Welcome in, everybody. By the way, good to see you, Tom. Enjoy Bees. Green Bean Phoenix. Howdy, howdy, howdy. 6'7", Mike. Glad you could all be here. Glad all of you might be watching this on YouTube. Could be here too.
Can't you just patch things up with the guy?
Patch.
No way.
Get it?
He's such an ass. He even thinks TNG is better than the original series.
Oh, no way.
He thinks the what is better than the what?
I know, right? Can you believe that guy?
Hey, Dasha, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, can't you hack your way in? You are Hacker Dave, after all.
Can't you just hack your way back in somehow? Isn't that what you do?
He blocked the Ethernet port in my room. I don't even have physical access.
Don't you ever leave your room? Use a computer in the library or something. Aren't they connected to the network?
No, there are cameras in there. Clyde is just waiting for me to make a move so he can get me expelled.
You call yourself a hacker? Just use your brain, for Christ's sake. Let's figure this out.
Wow, you're so sassy, Nancy Drew. Well, okay, only an admin account can change the access.
Okay, this sounds like a good puzzle.
The only way to even theoretically crack one would be if Clyde logged onto a machine to which we have unrestricted physical access. And... Ooh, I got an idea.
I'm not gonna like this.
Well, what you could do is intentionally crash your PC.
That sounds especially stupid.
Well, not crash it, just crash it a little, then call Clyde. Clyde will come over to fix it. If you're lucky, then he'll log onto the network using his admin account. Afterwards, you can use some of my tools to find and crack the password locally.
Got it.
Worth a shot, I guess. Okay, you can come over and set it up.
No way. I have severe IBS, it just wouldn't work.
IBS? What the hell is that?
Seriously, don't want to know. I'll have my buddy drop off everything you need. It's not rocket science. You do what I ask, and I'll...
I'm glad this game has representation for people with IBS, finally.
Whatever, weirdo. We'll see.
Wow. You really did send him right over.
Nah, I have nowhere I need to...
Oh, wait. It's an envelope. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's most people in this game, Bees. They are remarkably helpful considering how rude we are to them.
There was a floppy disk in there with a note taped to the back.
Ooh, that's the best kind of envelope you
it's
can
labeled
get.
boot. 1. Boot your computer using the blue floppy. 2. Use the corrupt MBR utility to crash the file system of the computer. Take the floppy out and reboot. 3. Call Clyde at 555-8181. Tell him your computer crashed and give him the error code on the screen. He'll come over and have a look. It shouldn't take too long for him to fix. 4. Now comes the crucial part. You need to somehow make him log on with his admin account.
Seduce Clyde,
5. Reboot and retrieve the admin credentials using the blue floppy. 6. Reboot and log on using Clyde's admin account. 7. Look for some kind of tool to remotely open my Ethernet port. Dorm B, room 8. That's it. And remember, if you mess up somewhere, just call Clyde, and he'll have to take care of it. It's his job, after all.
All right, well, it sounds like we have some excellent clues. Oh, that's a good looking monitor screen there. Oh, look at the classic microphone. Oh, that's what you want in a computer. Were there monitors that had floppy drives built into them, like all-in-one floppy computers? Is that a thing? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Blue Pill OS, nice. Wasn't it supposed to boot the disk?
Floppy disks go in there.
I know how floppy. Oh, it didn't. I guess that's in. It's a weird floppy drive. Thank you, Mike. Starting Phoenix OS. All right. Hey, Matawi, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate the support. 45 months. That's long enough to have 5 babies. No MBR.
No use doing that before.
Okay, let's see if we can call Clyde now.
All right, time for some expert.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Dr. Mario. Just back from camping in Virginia. That sounds like a good time. Appreciate the sub. Hope you're doing well. Hope it was a good camping trip.
IT, this is Clyde speaking. How can I help you?
Tell me about
Hi,
your fight
I need
with
you to
Dave.
come and fix my roommate's computer.
What seems to be the problem?
It won't start up. There's some kind of system failure with an error code on the screen.
Probably a hard drive failure. Which room are you in?
Dorm
My
A,
room.
room 5.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
Thanks.
Tons of rain, Dr. Mario? Do you mean tons of Kathy rain? Hey! Let me pause here and give a shout out. Thank you so much for the raid. Hey, Game Days for Good. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope hope you had a good stream, playing some retro. What were you playing this evening? How was your stream? Welcome, everybody. If you're new here, I'm Decaf Jedi Jess. Mostly stream retro point and click adventure games. Tonight I'm streaming a little bit newer one, Kathy Rain. This is the director's cut of the game. We are a day or so into the play, and we're unraveling the mystery of Kathy's grandfather's mysterious death. So welcome in. Thank you, Game Days for Good. Hope you're doing well. Be sure to go over there and give a follow. How was your stream?
Clyde from IT.
Hi, come in.
Oh man, this is a classic Clyde. I mean, is he supposed to look like Dwight Schrute though here? Is that what we're going for?
My, oh my, now how did this happen?
I have no idea. It was like this when I started it up this morning.
Let's have a look.
I mean, you can't really do the yellow short sleeve shirt with brown tie and not evoke a Dwight Schrute comparison, right?
And presto, good as new.
That's perfect. Could you try logging on real quick just to make sure it works?
You go ahead, I'll wait.
Hi, Kat. If you call my super site that missing 1, boot your computer.
Okay.
2, use the correct 3. Call Clyde at 555-8184. Now comes the crucial part. 5, reboot and retrieve the admin credentials using the blue floppy. 6, reboot and log on using Clyde's admin account. 7, look for some. That's it.
What was Eileen's name again? Let's see, so...
Yeah, that worked. Thanks.
Go ahead and do it again.
No problem. Let me know if you have any more trouble.
Okay, let's figure out Eileen's name. The password was Angel Love. We learned that earlier.
Shit. I have to come up with a way to force him.
Isn't this where it is, maybe?
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Let's try E. Summers. E. Summers. Angel Love. Haha, we did it. That's how you do it. All right. Yeah, cue that hacker music. We're gonna hack a Gibson here. All right. So let's crash our computer again. I used to work IT as an undergrad at my university right around this time. So I know this experience. We do need the admin password. Yeah, we'll bring him back, but now I can log in for him and trick him maybe. Post about how Kirk was the worst captain. No way he'll be able to resist. You're probably right there. Hey, Lemmy. Yeah. The Blue Pill OS is pretty good. All right. Gotta get that disc out so he doesn't show up and be like, well, there's your problem. You got one of Hacker Dave's floppy disks in the drive.
And presto, good as new.
I like how it skips that for
That's
you.
perfect. Could you try logging on real quick just to make sure it works?
You go ahead, I'll wait.
Floppy disks.
I put the disc in the drive
1.
now.
Boot 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. I don't want to show him.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Works like a charm. Mission accomplished.
Yeah. Thanks, I guess.
No problem. Let me know if you have any more trouble.
I'll be sure to do that.
Yeah, I'm missing a step here. Let me read my note one more time.
Shit. I have to come up with a way to force him to log on. 1. Boot your computer using the blue floppy.
Okay.
2. Use the 3. Call Clyde at 555-8181. Tell him your computer crashed and give him the error code on 4. Now comes the crucial part. You need to somehow make him log on with his admin account. 5. Reboot and retrieve the 6. Reboot and log on. 7. Look for some kind of tool to remotely open my. That's it. And remember, if you mess up somewhere.
Need to fix a problem, so make a problem.
Floppy disk.
Hey, Tribeca, thank you so much for the resub. Thank all of you for the support. I always appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Oh, maybe lock an account? That's a good idea. Okay. I get what you're laying down here. I like that solution, bees. Let's try that. We'll summon Clyde.
And presto, good as new.
That's perfect. Could you try logging on real quick just.
You go ahead.
Oh no.
Oh, now look what I did.
For crying out loud. Let me try to log in with my account.
Good solution, bees. Thank you. What adventure game has the best PC puzzle? This,
Okay,
X-Files,
everything seems to be in
something
order.
else?
I've unlocked your account. Please, try not to break anything else.
Oh, I'll try.
Wait, you know, Dr. Mario, I think the correct answer to that is probably
Phase 1 complete.
Le Serpent Rouge from Gabriel Knight 3, right? Like, people love that puzzle. It's a use a computer puzzle. It's so beloved it has its own Wikipedia entry. There aren't many adventure game puzzles in history that have their own Wikipedia entry, but Le Serpent Rouge from Gabriel Knight 3 absolutely does. So I'm going to have to say that's probably the best one. My favorite one, I mean, the X-Files computer stuff was pretty cool. It's got to be all the computer usage in Police Quest 2, because Police Quest 2 is such a just a delightful game. So it's gonna be that as my official answer for my favorite, but the best one probably is Le Serpent Rouge, even though I hate that puzzle. And you all saw me play it live, and I nearly lost my mind trying to get through that. And I was using a walkthrough. I don't know
Floppy disks.
I don't know what it would have been like had I actually tried to solve that on my own. We might still be streaming Gabriel Knight 3 right now. Oh, does the goat puzzle have its own Wikipedia entry too? Wow, that's a good one. I haven't played Broken Sword, but I know the goat puzzle by reputation. When me and my pals made Late Last Night, which was the game that No More for Today made before StairQuest, which is more of a traditional point-and-click adventure game, we had a character named Petey the Parrot who was supposed to be like a hint system for the game. Like whenever you got lost, you could just go talk to Petey the Parrot and he would give you useful tips to solve puzzles. But all of his tips were just for terrible puzzles in other games. So like he would give you hints on what the gnome's name was in King's Quest 1, or a hint about the cat hair mustache from Gabriel Knight 3, or tips on how to get past the goat in the Broken Sword game. So yeah, the whole idea there, he gave hints, but not for the game you needed hints for, which I thought was a decent gag. Admin gadget. Go gadget password. We've done it. We're in. I like the network settings. Oh yeah, we have the note that tells us where to direct it. Let's see.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look for some kind
Dorm
of
B,
tool
room
to
8.
remotely open my Ethernet port. Dorm B, room 8. That's it. All right, that should do it.
There we go. You're welcome, Hacker Dave. So what comes? Oh, I guess I'll probably call Hacker Dave, huh? I can't solve puzzles tonight because I'm all in my head. I got a comment on YouTube a few hours ago on my Bad Boys Miami Takedown video where someone said, nobody's going to want to watch your videos if all you do is adjust the sound slider on Bad Boys Miami Takedown while grinning like an idiot. And now it's like all I can think about, like, you know, is that not like what content is playing around with the sound slider and listening to like a voice line be played softly or more loudly each time while grinning like an idiot. I mean, that is literally like half of what I do here. I don't know how to take that out and still be Decaf Jedi. Yeah, you close your eyes and listen. That's right, Tom. If you can't stand me grinning like an idiot, there's the easy solution. Just go to a different tab and listen to me. Why else would there be a slider? That's exactly right. I think that's maybe the first mean comment I've gotten on on YouTube. So, oh well. I guess I'm having a better run there than a lot of people. Oh, that's right, Levin. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention because you usually tune me out when I'm not fiddling with the settings. Yeah, what else would you do? Probably a big Bad Boys fan. I'm betting this person is checking out every single Let's Play of Bad Boys Miami Takedown on YouTube, and mine just let him down.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have enjoyed the Looks Like a Television News Crew segment, I can tell you that much.
Guess what?
You got it? Hang on. Oh man, I could kiss you! Figuratively.
No way, Hacker Dave.
I'm so gonna get back at Clyde now. What are those admin credentials, by the way?
Not telling, buddy. Saving those for a rainy day.
A Kathy rainy day.
I suppose this nice floppy I've prepared for you stays in my room then.
Sure, then I'll just have to log back on and click that pretty little lock icon again.
Now this is just emotional blackmail.
Quid pro quo, Dave.
Fine, I'll have it dropped off at your room.
Squid pro quo.
Damn, you're like a she-Clyde. A Clydette.
Huh, that is the worst insult I've ever heard. Later, Dave.
She-Clyde is my favorite Disney Plus series. Yes. That's so She-Clyde. You know, whenever I'm in the Outer Banks, I like to have a nice bowl of She-Clyde soup. Nothing like it.
There was a floppy disk inside.
I was actually eating she crab soup when I developed my shellfish allergy. I'd eaten so much shellfish in a lifetime, and I think what happens is your body can only eat so much shellfish before it becomes allergic, and I just ran through my allotment by like age 32 or 33, and I was eating she crab soup, and then all of a sudden my throat started to close. I was like, this isn't normal. This doesn't normally happen to me. So I like staggered to a nearby pharmacy where I bought some Benadryl and ate like 7 Benadryl on the spot, which did unlock my throat, but also made me pretty drowsy. I have to admit, that's a few too many Benadryl, because then I realized I had biked to the restaurant where I had eaten this she crab soup and had like a 3-mile bike ride home or back to the hotel where I was staying. So yeah, trying to bike right after you have had your first anaphylactic shock incident, and in the absence of an EpiPen, you just ate half a bottle of Benadryl, and then you want to go on a long bike ride. That's just a recipe for disaster. I can't recommend it. It's not good. It's just, that's why now before I eat anything, I just give myself a prophylactic shot of an EpiPen. So I just have get up in the morning, breakfast time, EpiPen, just to be sure. You can't be too careful. Hey, I've really enjoyed it so far. We're just starting out day 2 here. So we're not too far in, but I've been enjoying this one. Did you play the director's cut or this version? I would kill for some she crab soup. I'd risk it right now. Welcome, Clyde. Tules. Oops.
Not a bad idea, but I should probably switch back to Eileen.
Now it wants me to be able to solve the Eileen puzzle. The Eileen of it all. I did hear there's a male version of Clyde, of She Clyde. Boy She Clyde. All right, Angel Love. Let's take a look at these tools. Oh, Voice Forge. Hello, hello. Oh, if only we had audio files. But we do have an image analyzer. Okay. What can you tell me about this note? Nothing. What can you tell me about this photo? What can you tell me about this overexposed photo? Oh wait, I bet I have to. That's not how computers work. I always forget that I can't just take a picture and hold it up to my monitor and make it work. I bet I have to use the scanner, huh? Oops. Hello, computer. It said drag and drop. Look. Where's the any key? Just paw at it. Here I am grinning like an idiot while I try to use the computer. She saved it as a bitmap. She knows better than to introduce lossy format into these already deteriorated images. Oh, hello. What'd that do? Huh. Yeah, I know. I've just been told that I do too much slider comedy in my streams. And then you throw me a puzzle that's all sliders. Not knowing what we want it to look like makes this a little tricky. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
What the hell is that? Ball lightning? I'll print the whole picture for now, but there's probably more to find.
That was actually really cool. That's a good puzzle. That's a really good computer puzzle. I like that. Yeah, that's good stuff.
No, not quite yet.
Oh. Oh, enhance. Enhance. That's right. I've been training like Rocky for this. Who's laughing now, Mr. YouTube commenter? The only way you can fight back against mean YouTube comments is to go follow me there. Decap Jedi. I still play with the exposure? No, I guess I've locked all those.
Unusual flower over there, though.
All right. Had a feeling it was the flower. Print interesting things, you say?
I don't want to print that part of the image.
Wow. Why are you so mean?
I don't want to print.
I don't want to print that part of the image. I want to know right now.
I already have a copy.
Oh, wow. Will you look at that?
That shape has to be significant somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all there is to find in this picture.
There it is.
I don't want to print that.
We've done it. We've solved yet another puzzle. Okay, Kathy, what do you got? There's the printer. Print out. Sweet.
I'll just get rid of the original picture now, since I have the restored version anyway. Strange. Now that I look at them, the lights remind me of something I picked up yesterday.
Oh, is it the church brochure? Is it the church brochure? I think it's vampires, but maybe vampires who are into trigonometry. I mean, that is literally Gabriel Knight 3. Oh, yeah, there it is.
That logo at the top looks familiar.
Full disclosure, earlier today, I did bid on a copy of Gabriel Knight 3 on eBay, so I could soon be the proud owner of a nice Gabriel Knight 3 box.
Wow, the church logo looks pretty similar to the smoky lights. I might have to visit them after all.
Church of the Holy Trinity. Hey, it's Eileen.
Oh, hello there, Mildred.
Hi yourself, Agatha.
What? How'd you... Oh, never mind.
Catherine Agatha?
I know your social security number too.
Oh, God. Soon you'll start stealing my clothes and then walk around in them pretending to be me.
Who says I haven't done that already?
Okay, I admit that's pretty funny.
So anyway, how did things go with Dave?
Pretty good. I had to sabotage your computer.
You had to what?
Oh, chill outy. It was just a tiny little thing. I just needed an excuse for the IT guy to come by so I could steal his password.
Clyde? But he's so nice. Why'd you want to steal his password?
It's a long story.
I'm doing adventure game stuff. Just trust me on this.
Wow, they're hypnotic. Looks like a will-o'-the-wisp.
Will-o'-the-wisp.
The spirit of the forest.
Now, that's just silly, Eileen. There has to be a more reasonable explanation for them.
Hey, there's nothing silly about forest spirits. You should talk to Meadow, my Wiccan friend. She's really opened my eyes about these sort of things.
Oh, wow. I mean, that was exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, Tim Curry does some great stuff in Gabriel Knight 3. I came across a game the other day that had a Tim Curry performance in it I wasn't aware of, and now I've forgotten completely what it was. I mean, I think there's Muppet Treasure Island, but it was a little bit more obscure than that.
Isn't it your Christian duty to consider people like her to be heathens?
Oh, I doubt she could ever be more of a heathen than you are.
Wow.
Huh. I guess you've got a point.
So anyway, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, my side of the room is starting to get a bit messy. There's always that.
Haha, I meant with the investigation, silly.
I guess you could try to find out more about these lights. Maybe figure out where that picture was taken.
I know exactly where to start.
The internet.
Oh, and yeah, feel free to keep using my computer. I don't need it right now.
All right, I think I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to motivate Erica Wade to talk to me.
Okie dokie.
Maybe it was Frankenstein, but I wanted to think it was something that, like, he isn't billed in such a big way. Because I think he was all over, like, the promotion for Frankenstein. I'll have to dig this up. There was... surely I'm not imagining this. Maybe I'm imagining this. Oh, no.
Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
What do you
What's
know
your
about?
opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like an okay bunch to me. Just your regular old Christians. My kind of crowd.
That's just it. They seem a bit too normal. And there's that logo, too.
It could just be a coincidence, Kathy. The Holy Trinity is typically portrayed as a triangle.
I don't believe in coincidences, E. I believe in action and reaction.
Gee, you sound like a starship captain. Captain Rain of the USS Dignity. Here to save the galaxy.
Oh, please kill me now.
No, it definitely wasn't Duckman that I'm thinking of. You know, once upon a time, long, long ago, I finished up a Retro Adventure Wednesday stream early. I was like, hey, I think I'll just load up Duckman for a minute and play that and just see how the Duckman point and click adventure game is. And I made it about 10 minutes in before Duckman managed to say something so entirely regrettable that I just nuked the entire VOD from there. I was like, all right, this never happened. No one will ever have seen me play Duckman. This is a huge mistake.
What do you think of
I've
Lily
done
Meyer's
goofed
art?
up.
I actually looked her up this morning, and I couldn't find any records of her being recognized as an artist.
Yeah, I doubt there was ever a chance for that to happen. Wade bought everything shortly after she died. I only got a chance to see this one picture. Wasn't all that bad, but nothing breathtaking.
Well, maybe there's more to her art than meets the eye. Something Wade knew and we were
Transformers
missing.
fan art, you say?
Yeah, maybe. Any ideas how to get in touch with Charles Wade?
His daughter is probably our best shot. There must be some way to get her on our side.
Yeah. Either by convincing her or tricking her somehow.
Or tasing her. We do have a taser.
What do you think of this cocky person?
Well, the nickname makes me think of, you know, boy parts.
Wow, Eileen.
And you call yourself a Christian.
I am shocked.
I wonder what was so special about Lily Myers. Well, besides her being a talented artist who drowned herself in a lake.
I bet there's some secret about her art. Let's hope Charles Wade has some answers.
Any ideas about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
Do you know anything about this
Beats
mystery?
me. Maybe he found what he was looking for. Or it found him.
Did you just quote a tagline from one of those cheesy horror novels?
Maybe.
All right. Well,
I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
the investigation that I've imposed upon myself. So how's your estimate of whether or not she is a ghost changed? I think Eileen is a ghost. I think that the boy at the cemetery is a ghost. I think Grandma is maybe 3-4 years away from being a ghost. And I'm going to say that Lily's mother is maybe a revenant. I don't think a ghost, but quite possibly a revenant. So that's where I'm at on whether these 6-7. Great question. Which of these characters are ghosts? I think we've nearly narrowed it down.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
After. I'm a fancy lady.
Sure, I could just leave a message for that harpy, but I doubt anything I will say will change her mind about helping me. I think I need a more indirect approach. Maybe there's a way to get creative with that answering machine tape.
Oh, is this a computer puzzle? So I wonder how I'm going to get my audio clips. Here, I'll just rub this cassette on the screen. Oh, sound recorder, I got it. Here we go.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call.
Need to close voice forge. Got it. Okay. Thank you, 6-7.
Don't call you.
It's me. You just...
Okay, let's rewind this. That way I don't have to do it later. Close voice forge. Open up. Ah, there we go. Thank you.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep.
You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
All right. I didn't know the recording was complete. Okay. Tapeandsmock.wave. See a pencil to unwind it, yes. All right. Weird. Oh, there we go.
Okay, Erica Wade. Let's see if I can't motivate you to hear me out.
Feels a little bit Macintoshy, if you ask me.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep.
Okay. Ooh, wow, look at this. We ought a baby eats a boy? It's Charles. I would like to see your wolves. It's Charles. We talk about thoughts? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's Charles. I like your looks, baby. It's Charles. Kathy. Man. It's Charles. Kathy Rain. It's Charles. Give Kathy your firstborn. It's Charles. Give Kathy Rain your little firstborn baby. Anyways, thought you had a best boy. Bye.
I should probably greet my intended recipient first.
What? What? That's the perfect message. It's Charles. Give Kathy Rain your little firstborn baby. Anyways, thought you had a best boy. Bye. I don't know. If that's not the solution to this puzzle, I don't know what is. Yeah, implication, that's the only problem. Hello.
I should probably greet my intended...
Hello, Charles.
I'm greeting Charles Wade with a...
Oh, wait. Hello, Joseph.
Now that's just morbid.
Oh. Hello, Kathy.
I don't need a computer to talk to...
Hello, firstborn. Let's see here. Hello, Erica.
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice.
It's me. It's me, Charles.
I should probably ask Erica to do something specific for Kathy Rain.
Let's see. Was there a let on here somewhere? Oh, they're in alphabetical order. How? Let's see. Call Kathy Rain.
Almost. Just a few more tweaks.
Well, there you go. Hello,
That should work.
It's your firstborn. I'd like to see ChatGPT do this. Hacker Dave knows what he's got going on here. This is...
I'll just reuse the same tape and place the modified message at the end.
Hello, Erica. It's your father. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants. Bye.
Call Kathy
All right,
Rain.
the forged message should now be at the end of the original tape.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious at all.
Nah, I don't...
All right, well, we did it. Okay, let's see. Do I hold the recorder up to it now, or?
I'm having a hard...
Well, Kathy, just use your imagination.
You've reached Erica Wade.
I mean, Jay Telliers, we do have that special sticker that has an AI version of my voice that can be slapped on stream. So it can say anything in a convincing AI replication of my voice. So we can basically do that. That's right. At the end, we need to add on, of course.
Also, I'm pregnant. Leave a message after the beep.
It's me.
Hello, Erica. It's your father. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants. Bye.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Austin Powers.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Hi, Erica. This is Kathy Rain.
You don't have caller ID, do you?
I spoke to your father. He asked me to get in touch with you and said he would call ahead. You can reach me at 555-8352. Bye. Your move, Erica.
Checkmate.
Now that's some out-of-the-box thinking.
Yep,
Yeah, straight
just
out of the
might be
Gabriel
silly
Knight 2
enough to
box.
work. Well, time for a break. Gotta eat something before I pass out.
Okie dokie. I'll stay here and keep digging.
All right, see you in a bit. Hey.
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 So, any progress with the search?
Yeah, I was able to identify that flower. It's called the red scythe, or Rosea falcus. I discovered that there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The red scythe is on their list of endangered plants. I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
Not really, no.
That's something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken.
My thoughts exactly. Here you go. The nature reserve is marked out on this map.
Jeez, you've been busy.
Well, you know, beats homework.
Amen to that.
Yeah, I do appreciate that we have two nerdy women
good work,
here.
Eileen.
It doesn't pile all into
So
Eileen. Yellow.
Oh, hang on. I'll go get that.
Okie dokie.
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling for Kathy Rain.
I've been told to give you what you want.
Miss Rain, this is terribly awkward. I realize now how rude I was before. I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
Rub it in, accept her
Apology
apology.
accepted. You can start by answering a few questions.
Very well.
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in Conwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Wow.
Anything out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not really. They seem like a typical church to me.
What can you tell me about Cocky?
What do you know about Lily Meyer's art?
That's a strange thing to
Oh,
ask.
that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that. Oh, my father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put them in storage somewhere. I haven't seen them for years. I never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
I have to admit, pulling at this string of Lily Meyer's art really seems like a stretch for Kathy to, be doggedly pursuing is part of the mystery of what happened to her grandfather. I get that it's connected, and I see how they've laid the groundwork for that, but, in real life, I think you'd look at that and be like, yeah, that seems unrelated to what I'm trying to do here.
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Oh, yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment. He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists on being treated in that backwater clinic in Conwell Springs.
You could get one of those newfangled
the community
MRIs.
clinic in the middle of town?
Yes. It's like he's given up and is just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
He insists on going to the free clinic twice a week. I can't understand it. It's so strange. The only realistic thing is after making the doctored tape, you didn't spend the rest of the weekend playing with the software to prank people. Absolutely. Hey, 6'7", everyone's got great investigative instinct compared to me.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
I can't say that I do. Father had many friends in the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
What do you know about...
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs.
Yes.
Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that, not much. We never knew the family.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in '81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed Father.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once. And when Joseph was hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time. Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips. Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were
Classic
so
baby.
then.
Erica, I have to ask, why were you so defensive on the phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Don't ask that.
I
Don't pull
know,
at that string.
Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but we all started drifting apart. My guess is that it had to do with Father's growing wealth. Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds.
I'd love to have rich
What
friends.
happened to your grandfather was the final nail in the coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
Well, you've exhausted your
Okay,
usefulness.
that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have any more questions.
All right, Wade is in Conwell Springs. He's being treated in the clinic. That was Erica Wade. Her father is being treated at the clinic in Conwell Springs.
Being treated? He's sick?
Looks that
Sick
way.
as hell.
Small miracle they managed to keep it out of the press.
Yeah, I suppose you're returning to talk to him?
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
I suppose. Scrabble?
Oh, you're so on. I will crush you.
Wow, that was a whole day? Oh, this is a great scene.
You're off your game today. Is everything all right?
Oh, shut up. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Oh, up late, thinking about your grandpa and everything?
Not just that, I keep having this bad dream. Well, it's not exactly a dream, it's something that actually happened.
Oh? What is it?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
You can trust me. Whatever it is, I promise I won't judge.
You say that.
Well, it's your funeral. So, I used to be 16 and also pregnant.
Oh, no.
Someone? We need an emergency Jesus stat.
Oh, wait.
Also, I'm pregnant.
Well, seeing as how I don't actually have a 5-year-old, you can probably put 2 and 2 together.
All right, that was a ghost baby.
You had an abortion.
Sure did. Major pain in the ass too, but hey, couldn't let that pregnancy go untreated.
I'm glad you're telling me, but I really wish you hadn't done that, Kathy. Who was the, the...
Guy who knocked me up, single motherhood waiting to happen. Back then I couldn't cook anything but microwave food, and I'd retch if I so much as walked past one trash can with smelly diapers in it. That kid would have been raised by my mother. I'd rather die than put another child through that.
I respect your decision, but you know how I feel about this.
Wow.
That guy up there, he's pro-life.
That guy
And
up there.
I'm with him.
I get that. I gotta say, you're being really cool about this, E. I was expecting you to clutch your cross, flip the table, and storm off or something.
I'm not a walking stereotype, you know.
Says the red-headed nerd with the glasses.
Ha ha. But Kathy, if you keep having that nightmare, perhaps you should talk to somebody about it.
Maybe. But I doubt obsessing over it is very healthy either. Your turn, E.
Oh, fine.
Now, if this had been my dorm around this time, we probably would have been playing Pilot Wings 64. Terrible game. But you know, there's something great about a terrible game.
Oh, I play apricot, orange. Yay, bingo. 67 points.
Pilot Wings
Well,
is
ain't that
rage-inducing.
fucking peachy.
At least it's not sour grapes.
Touché.
That night, Kathy dreams. Leopard woman. Voodoo Hamfour. Transformation. Bonfire.
A tainted one
Amish
approaches. Is it time? Yes. A fire that burns so bright.
Oh no.
It is almost unbearable to see. Indeed. It seems the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Shall we sculpt some flesh friends then?
Sure, Billy Corgan.
Very well. I will attend to the threshold.
Hope it turns out that's Billy Corgan. We've done it. We've made it to day 3.
Good morning, sunshine.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
How many days straight has Kathy
3
slept in her
times in a
clothes?
row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Can you imagine sleeping in a leather jacket and cowl neck sweater?
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right. Yeah.
Did she watch you sleep? I mean, this is a great question. I have to say, out of my college roommates, simply watching me sleep wouldn't be the weirdest thing that ever happened. So yeah, that's not so bad. I can handle that.
It's a photocopy of a book page with information about the red scythe flower. Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
Skill issue. I was a bad roommate too, though. My freshman year, my roommate, Seth, was really into, do y'all remember like the little like Windows toy game thing, Dogs, DOGZ, where basically you could just have like a little, in your Windows installation, like a little puppy that would play around in its own little window, and you had to feed it and play with it, kind of like a Tamagotchi sort of situation. It was Dogs. You had to train it. You could throw a ball and it would fetch it for you and everything. And one day while he was out of the dorm room in class, I logged onto his computer. I got my friend Hacker Dave to get into it. And it turns out that whole game is just like, it's Windows INI files are just straight up text files that store all the data and all the numeric values about your various animals, like how energetic they are, how well fed they are, how aggressive they are, and all those things. All of it's just a 0 to 100 score in your text file there. So I may have like changed all of them to the extremely bad values. Like I made it like super lethargic and very aggressive, and some other maybe unfun traits. And I did make a copy of his actual INI file, because the idea would be, after he saw it, it's like, what happened to my beloved desktop dog? I could be like, haha, this was a great prank. Seth, don't you think this is funny? And he got back to the room and got ready to play with his dog. And he's like, what's wrong with my beautiful, beautiful boy, who is now very lethargic and aggressive and won't fetch the ball and is now no fun at all? And I was like, haha, this is my great prank. Let me change it back. And he stormed out of the room and didn't come back for 3 straight days. I have no idea where he went. I don't know where he slept. I don't know what happened after that, but apparently it was not as good of a prank as I thought it may be. I don't know. We didn't have anything like the Reddit "Am I the a-hole?" subreddit back then, but maybe I was the a-hole on that one. Maybe that was not a funny prank. That's because my roommate Seth didn't take it great. Turns out it was a little bit of a mistake. That's
right,
dark
I'm
Jess
off.
lore.
Peace outie.
Okie dokie. Good luck and see you later.
I can't be the hero in all my stories. Sometimes I'm the villain. I thought it was hilarious. The dog was so angry. Drove a man to madness by tampering with his virtual Windows dog. That's exactly right. Hey, Robot Spacer, good to see you.
Hello, Father.
Everyone be sure to give Robot Spacer a follow.
Greetings, my child.
Terrific
I'm glad
streamer.
you decided to come here.
Yeah, but just so you know, I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
Good. So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Kathy Rain, but I'm guessing you figured that out already.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here. So how can I be of service?
That's right, Enjoy Beast. I wish my parameters were an editable text file. Yeah, wouldn't that be fantastic? Like, you just crank up your energy a little bit.
Care to tell me the history of the church?
Tone down my aggressiveness.
I'd be happy to. The story is a fascinating one.
Turn up my good
This
roommate
church
meter.
was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he had done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds, even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all. Then suddenly, divine intervention. 3 bright lights appeared.
This sounds familiar.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The sign of God. This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers.
Mm-hmm.
They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
Daddy Willie.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
Indeed, the stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was the spring of 1971, but my father never told anyone where.
Okay, so what happened then?
People
then what
flocked
happened?
to Father Bill.
And
He
then
started
what?
teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983. That's when I stepped in to take leadership of the church.
I take it that the church started declining after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally so. With such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable. But I assure you, the church is still very much thriving.
Looks kinda empty to me.
Well, it's not like they run 24/7.
Not really our peak hours.
It's not how churches work.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child.
Well,
I'm simply providing divine guidance when it's needed the most.
6-7, you are spitting truth over in the chat. You did worse than messing up your roommate's files. You exposed that his hobby was transient and illusory, able to be twisted and restored with a few keystrokes. It'd be like logging into a longtime WoW player's account and using the dev commands to give them the best gear instantly. They'd never play again. That's right. I exposed it for the artifice it was. This dog isn't real. Was I think the message I was trying to send. Turns out he didn't think it was. He just kind of thought it was a fun little distraction.
Do you know anything about Lily Meyer's art?
I saw a few pieces. Gorgeous work. Vibrant, surreal landscapes.
It wasn't a great place my freshman
When was
year.
this?
Must have been mid-70s. The high school had open days with an art exhibition.
So, this was some time before she changed, right? You didn't see any of her later work?
It is the director's cut robot
No.
spacer.
By then, she started skipping art class completely, from what I heard.
Maybe she was afraid of what she might draw. I hear it was pretty twisted.
Could be. But alas, I suppose we will never know what was truly haunting her.
I'm doing my best to find out. I don't believe the story to be as clear-cut as everyone makes it out to be.
An unusual theory. How so?
People have taken a particular interest in her art. I think there's more to it.
I wouldn't read too much into it, my child. It happens to all dead artists with any talent to speak of.
I didn't know you were an art critic.
I don't need to show him that. Do you recognize the men in this picture, Isaac?
Only your grandfather. And that's just because I was given a similar picture at the service the other day.
I don't need to show him that.
Yours, Aunt Penny?
I could, but I think I have more to gain from a subtle strategy.
Subtle,
I'll keep it to
eh?
myself for now, until I know more about this church. I don't need to show him that. Father,
Anything
do you know
about
anything
botany?
about this flower?
No, my child, nothing at all.
I don't know if I believe him.
What's your opinion on Charles Wade?
No opinion. He used to be a prominent figure around here, but he doesn't appear much in town these days.
Actually, he's in the community clinic right now, getting medical treatment.
Oh, I wonder if it's serious. Perhaps I should go talk to him. Even men like Charles Wade need a priest when they're nearing the end of the line.
What can you tell me about Cocky?
Do you know anyone who goes by the nickname Cocky?
I have no idea. Sorry.
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
I know I just
It
asked you
does.
about her a moment ago.
Before I was ordained, I was a substitute teacher in her high school.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
All right, so how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school a lot. And when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had the whole world on her shoulders.
Any idea of what caused this change?
Not a clue. All I know is, when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
I just ignored it. Not gonna lie, as a teacher, I was pretty jaded. I mean, yeah. You see things. You want to help. I remember one of my first semesters teaching. I was very idealistic and hopeful. I still am for the most part. I'm still not as jaded maybe as some, but it was the most upsetting thing in the world. I had a student who was one of the best students in my class. I think it might have been the first class I ever taught on my own. And she came up to me after class one day and she's like, so I'm not going to be here for the next few weeks. I'm having some problems with drug addiction. I'm checking into rehab. And I was naive enough to think it's like, oh, how could you be someone that's suffering with addiction while also getting good grades? Because I was a dumb kid. I hadn't really been exposed to the real world much. So I was a little shocked, but really happy that she's going to get help and everything. And then she showed up the next day at class after telling me she wouldn't be there, and then came up to me and said, it turns out my insurance isn't going to pay for rehab after all, so I'm just going to kind of tough it out, if that's cool. Afterwards, it's like, oh no, these people are adults with adult problems, and I'm supposed to be their teacher, but I'm not an adult. How am I in this position? What's happening right now? How do I? It's terrible. I mean, yeah, only in America. Yeah, it's like, oh no, I'm not equipped for this. I need an actual adult in the room to tell me what's next for me. Oh,
Do you know
just
anything about what
heartbreaking.
happened to my grandfather in 81?
It was the
Heartbreaking.
work of the devil, I'll say that much. Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
In a way, he and my father did charity work together. Joseph was around a lot when I was young. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth, among other things.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy. That being said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, yes. I was a teenager back then. Full of rebellion, every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride and showed me how I should follow my heart, regardless of what others might think. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
Green Bean, I'm sorry, that's the most amazing story I've ever heard, and I've only heard the premise. There was the time you caught a Catholic priest in a grad class doing a plagiarism. Wow. I mean, technically, unless you count that as stealing, it's not one of the commandments, I guess, but it does seem wrong.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
And also on you. All right, let's go explore some of these other... Oh, wait, can we go search the church? Church search.
Locked.
My first semester TAing, way back when at Virginia Tech.
Locked.
I had a day where I handed back like the midterm exams to students, and it'd been a rough midterm exam. The professor that I was TAing for was really tough, and students hadn't done great on the midterm. And I hand them back at the beginning of class, and a woman sitting in the front row who had done pretty poorly gets her paper, she's looking through it, and she just starts crying. Like at this point, I'm like beginning class and everything, and she's crying, and like slowly it's getting worse and worse. Like she is openly sobbing by that point. And I'm just like, what am I going to do? I've got to fix this situation somehow, but also I'm not sure yet. I mean, I'm a brand new teacher. I don't know, like, am I allowed to like just like stop class? Am I allowed to like, what do I do here? And as I'm trying to think that over, a new student enters class late by about 10 minutes. And this student comes through the door already sobbing and crying. And it turns out that they had broken up with their boyfriend like on the way to class, and then walked into class just like already sobbing and crying. So hasn't even seen the exam yet. So now I have two students in the same classroom just sobbing at the same time. And I taught for about 5 more minutes and then just finished as like, you know what? I don't think today's a great day to have class. Why don't we all just go ahead and call it here, and we'll come back on Thursday and pick back up on the material. But that was an awkward classroom moment. Eventually, I would just learn always hand back papers at the end of class, not the beginning.
Impressive window. There's no doubt about it. Those are the smoky lights. A striking resemblance, to say the least.
Okay. Let's exit for real now. Boop. Oh, no, Green Bean. Yeah, that feeling when you realize that you're reading plagiarized work or being exposed to it and the pieces start to fall into place. Just the worst. Just the worst. There's that ding-dang flower.
Well, this is it. This is where the picture was taken. I'm not sure what I expected to find here.
Not sure what I expected.
I need to clear my head.
There you go. Oh no.
What the?
Billy Corrigan.
Why, hello there. You have laid eyes on this dapper fellow once before, haven't you?
I doubt it. You look like you just escaped from a circus. That's not
taser
really my
time.
kind of
It's
game.
taser time.
Yet you always play the part of the clown, Kathy.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
Why are you so weird?
It is my calling to know people like you, those shackled by their past, yet yearning for change.
I feel strange. Am I dreaming?
It's the mending. I will try to facilitate.
You're not real. I'm lying asleep in my bed right now.
Focus, Kathy. Listen to the drowned girl.
Like his ascot.
You mean Lily? What about her?
She's the one who slipped away, filled with secrets. While she may be free in death, her cold, wet hands still trap many in painful ignorance.
What is this, Woodstock Poetry Slam? Mine speaking like a normal person?
Don't be afraid this guy's about to kill me.
I knew you wouldn't disappoint. I'm glad, given how much trouble I went through to be here. You see, my name was taken from me, so I claimed a color in its stead. The next time we meet, you'll know the exact hue of red. You're on the right path, Kathy. Follow your grandfather, and everything will work out in the end.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what? How did I get here?
Yeah,
Am I going
non-evil, but
crazy?
super creepy.
Am I
Seems like a
turning into
good
Mom?
guess.
Cute red horse. This paint looks fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently.
Cute red horse ain't what she used to be. Hey, Silver Streak. We did meet the odd man in the suit. He's definitely odd. Everyone be sure to go follow Silver Streak. Terrific streamer.
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
I'm enjoying
Hi,
it so
Grandma.
far,
I
Paler
just thought
Sam.
I'd drop by.
I like how weird it is.
Sean, stay as long as you'd like.
What do you know about this
A printed
restored
picture of... Ugh, I feel strange.
Grandma, what do you know
There
about
are a few things I need to
the
ask you,
mending?
Grandma.
Very well, dear.
I don't see a reason to ask. I don't think we need...
Yeah, we've exhausted all this.
Do you know
about
anything
botany?
about this flower, Grandma?
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
Grandma, you ever smoked this red flower? Exactly.
I don't want to show her that. What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
I have no idea. But
I should
it's
check out
quite
Whispers of a
an
Machine.
eerie display. What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
Have I ever mentioned on stream that my grandmother later in life was part of a senior citizens belly dancing troupe called the Fuzzy Navels? I can't remember if that's ever come up, but that was a thing that happened. That was my grandma. It's true. It's absolutely true. They performed at county fairs and things. Yeah. Much to my dad's chagrin, he was mortified that his mother was doing that. But looking back, that's absolutely rad. That's like the coolest thing ever.
Look at this photo I found in the locked briefcase.
Goodness, I haven't seen that picture in years. This was taken when Joseph was stationed at McConnell Air Force Base. That's him right there on the left.
What about the other two?
I don't remember the name of the smiling man in the back.
I don't want to show her that. She'll just start worrying about me.
Bear taser in case she's working for the man in red.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Fuzzy Navels is a kick-ass name for a senior citizen belly dancing troupe. And I want to be very clear here. None of these people had like taken belly dancing classes. This is just a bunch of people freestyling their own interpretation of belly dancing, all in their 70s.
An old...
I wonder if we need to be here. Doesn't look like anything's changed. Let's go to the clinic. Oh my gosh, is that Phil Collins? Billy, don't you lose my number. It's a boom.
We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Wow. Oh, is this the puzzle everyone
Homeless?
hates?
That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Why are you so mean to this unhoused person?
Nah, you agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
Sweet
so
comeback.
Cold. Like a stake through the heart.
Vampires, it's vampires.
What do they call you anyway?
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
Do they call you Goober?
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
What's your story, Goober?
So, what's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Is that so?
I want to make dad rock.
I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies. Silencer the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder,
Oh, these are all silly
The
parodies.
Usual Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
Tell me about your showbiz career.
Tell me.
What about it?
Oh, no.
Natural bald killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The
I'd watch that.
protagonist, Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school.
Turns bald.
One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair. Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
I mean, I'll click them all.
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon.
Sid McBacon is good.
The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
Tell me
I'm
about
not sure
Jacob's
I
Bladder.
want to know what Jacob's Bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder. During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny.
Okay.
Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
Wow. Yeah, why always death at the end? That's the question. Let's
Tell
hear
me
it.
about The Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all.
I don't know if that's true.
He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean. In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez. Based on a true story.
Why do you always die at the end of your movies?
Typecasting.
Yeah, all this is something else.
Oh, never mind.
Not the culture type.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Sounds...
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac the priest is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
I don't know. They were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not
Charles
really.
Wade.
I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it. He's a friendly guy.
All right. I might do that. What do you know about...
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Charles Wade?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah. I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam. Oh, how I miss that marvelous youthful ego of mine.
Why do I even bother? Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She could sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
Whooping. Mean whooping.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in 81?
Why would I?
I most certainly do.
Oh.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
Yeah, here we go.
I should have known better.
Here we go.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taken the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
That all checks out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
Okay.
Wanna smoke, buddy?
Nah, I got stage 2 lung cancer. I'm keeping it under control with a fruitarian diet.
Wow.
Do you recognize these men?
That's your granddad, right?
Yeah. What about the other two?
No idea. I think my face blindness is acting up again.
Okay. That'd be one raggedy-ass bribery attempt.
A raggedy-ass bribery attempt.
Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks, of course. I grew up in Shanghai. I know what I'm talking about. They used to call me Dong Pai, meaning round-eyed baldy. Those were some rough years. I miss the food, not to mention the women. Got 2 kids down there now, Mei Lin and Little Ping.
Time to hit the off switch now, buddy.
This guy's a lot.
I don't need to show him that. Do you know anything about this flower?
It's red?
He's got it.
Enlightening.
He got it in one. Okay, well, I think that conversation can be over.
That's enough.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Bye.
Yep, it's full of...
Well, I'll just tase him now with no reason.
I could, but only if I had a really good reason.
Yeah, that's true, though, of anybody when you're walking around with a stun gun. You could stun anybody, but you probably do need a good reason. Hello, Cooper. It's Charles. Give Kathy Rain your trash can.
No thanks.
I have better things to do.
Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
I mean, if that's the case.
I prefer to smoke outdoors. A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year.
Let's go talk to this noise.
Excuse me, nurse?
Hello, nurse?
Hey, nurse!
It's a big calendar.
Yeah?
Somebody around here hates their job.
No shit. What do you want?
I'm
like
here to
this
see
character.
Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
They have to trust you at that point.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
I need to get rid of her somehow.
Oh no, this is really the puzzle? I'd heard about this, and people point out what a bad puzzle it is. Is the solution really I have to tase Goober so she runs out to check on him?
NZ-500 self-defense stun gun. I could, but only... Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi!
So, how good an actor are you?
The best! The very best!
You know, that nurse in there, she said she loved you in all those movies. And that she always wished you'd give her a live performance.
This is
I
unbelievable.
knew it. She always gave me these strange looks. I thought it was contempt, but her face must just be crapping up from
Can we
shyness.
just pour some coffee in a plant?
Yeah, that's definitely it. She'd love to see you act, I'm sure.
I'm gonna have to oblige. Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
Probably The Silence of Lambert.
Oh, I'm gonna be loud.
This is unbelievable.
Consuelo, how I wish I could speak.
Good idea, but it wouldn't match his symptoms.
My chest, no! It can't be!
Oh, that's actually a puzzle with the various plots?
Thank you, thank you. You've been a great
Wow.
audience.
We've never guessed. Okay, so I should pay closer attention, I suppose. All right, let's...
That wasn't really an electrifying performance.
Okay, let's ask him about these movies again.
Hey, do.
Oh, hi. What about
Natural Bald Killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future. The protagonist, Eddie, one day, he has simply had enough of all the tea. Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair trip.
Give me the right.
A lighthearted comedy taking place there. The story is told from 8 different perspectives. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure.
Oh, there we go.
I guess it's
It is more of a dark comedy.
Never mind.
not the coach.
That's right. It'd be so much simpler to tase her. In fact, I feel like we could have solved most of these puzzles with our taser if we were really determined.
How about the
business?
Wait, was that the right one? Not paying close attention. I must be
I
sleepy.
can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know why?
NZ-500 self-defense stun gun.
Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing.
Oh, no. Unbelievable.
Nurse, he's seizing.
Oh, shit.
That's one of the wildest
Man,
adventure
I feel
game
like a
puzzles I've
total
ever
jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Oh, make it up to the poor guy later. Is that maybe something that was added in the director's cut after everybody got mad about this? Because this was like the biggest criticism of the game that I personally saw, was that this puzzle in particular
No point. I wouldn't even know what
seemed a little too mean.
rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
There is a non-zero chance he could have died. People don't think about this with tasers and stun guns. You just crawl past the desk. Good point. She's distracted already. It's true, he is a cancer patient as well, so we really are pretty rude here.
Crap. Looks like I have to figure out the username some other way.
Otor Gator.
Employee of the Month, Carlita Mendez. What a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
C. Mendez? Mendex.
Employee of the Month, Carlita Mendez. What a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
Call Clyde? It's not a bad idea. Oh, we don't have a phone. How are we supposed to call Clyde? Oh no. That's true. Larry 5 did have a terrible blackface puzzle, which is much worse than this. All time bad.
A calendar from 1990. Employee of the Month, Carlita.
What do we think, gang? I'll take a hint on this one if anyone has one.
No thanks.
You say just crash your hard drive.
A calendar from. Employee of the.
Oh yeah, I guess I do have the hacking tools disc, don't I? Let's see. What will that do for me? I think all I could do there was pull up the corrupted username.
Crap. Looks like.
I think we used something we created with the help of the hacker. Need the admin username. Yeah, exactly. Her name is Carlita Mendez, which we've tried some variations of. Let's see. Hey, I don't have the password in there correctly right now. Let's get that one more time.
Floppy disks going.
This definitely seems like the kind of person who'd probably have their password on a post-it note attached to the screen. Okay, so the admin password.
Crap. Looks like I have to figure out the username some other way.
Otor Gador. Otor Gador. O-T-O-R-G-A-D-O-R. Otor Gador. Otor Gador. Otor Gador. Otor O-T-O-R-G-A-D-O-R. Oh, yeah. So it was telling me wrong username, but yeah, that wasn't the problem. It was actually the password that was wrong. Okay, that's my fault. That's all my fault. Okay, this is awful. I've forgotten Charles's last name. What was it, Wade? There we go.
Gotcha.
Okay. Invasive heart surgery. Transfer to the facility. Prognosis looks good. Room 6B. We did it, gang. We hacked straight in. Some real hacker energy. Oh man, look at this. Look at this guy.
It's all right, Claude. Understood, sir.
R.I.P. Goober.
So, you managed to find me.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your front page?
I mean, we can give it a try.
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
Ah, she's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break.
I say that to people all the time.
Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
Doesn't look like you play a lot of golf with anybody.
You're assuming a lot, Mr. Wade.
Guilty as charged. It's a stance I find remarkably effective for a man with little time and a tendency to be correct.
You might want to rethink that attitude. I have a history of surprising people.
Is that so? Very well. I'll indulge you for now. Who are you then?
It's
I'm Kathy Rain.
Kathy Rain.
Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
I was.
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
You ever see a floppy disk, old man?
Do you know what this is?
A flower. Why don't you consult a botanist and...
Okay.
I don't need to show him that.
Tell me about
what
these
do you
three
see
lights.
In this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
I don't need to show him that. Do you recognize this, Charles?
What do you know about TNG? What's your opinion on it?
Me, Jimmy Cochran.
Cochran.
Taken shortly before we went to the war.
That guy's name is Jimmy Cochran?
Yes. He used to go by the nickname Cocky. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Ah, I see.
We did it. We jimmied the Cochran.
I don't need to show him that. He's being cooperative
Tase
at the
him.
moment. I shouldn't push my luck.
Tase him.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense, He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Let me guess, since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. I've passed the building a few times in the city. So, do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now. Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph.
He's
but
definitely
he was never
poor.
Rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud.
To beg.
At first
TLC.
she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich.
I don't know why.
Passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the healthcare, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together. Married our high school sweethearts together. Went to war together.
That's a lot.
I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice. But he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
I bet that's our mom.
My parents?
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
Say
Our
nothing.
family started drifting apart.
The most exciting
Eventually,
choice.
my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
What book do you think that guy's reading? I'm going to say How to Win Friends and Influence People. Let's see. No, it's 1995. What's he reading? What was that book? Was it like Rich Dad, Poor Dad or something like that? He's probably reading that.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me.
Chicken
But
soup
then
for the
again,
goon
I'm
soul.
not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
Bodyguarding for Dummies. The Complete Idiot's Guide to Bodyguarding. It does have really great music. Very atmospheric and moody. It's perfect, right?
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs. Shortly after procuring
Did you not
the
say
art,
wet dream again?
I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for.
I bet he's reading Dianetics.
Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
Atlas
What
shrugged.
art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows.
Sounds like Goober.
The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
Sounds like the Joker.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Suspect.
Indeed.
Subject.
There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime.
Please tell me it's
Nothing
Goober.
more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you
Oh, that's all right. I can handle it. I've
That'd
got
be
this
great.
tape recorder.
Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious. What's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
Life is strange. That's what I always say.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Yeah, for a guy with a sinister voice, he's not that bad, it turns out.
That guy is huge. I wonder how many cows he eats per day. Looks like Wade brought some of his old tunes with him. A private phone. Wade.
Okay. We did it. We found Charles Wade. All right. So we are going to go to police station. That'll be a reminder for the next time I play, but I think I'm going to stop there. This feels like a good stopping point for us. That's right. It's rest your hands time. I think I may actually, quite possibly, come back and play some more of this tomorrow on Monday night. I'm really enjoying it. I want to see where it goes next. So let's tentatively agree to reconvene here tomorrow night around the usual time. We'll play a little bit more Kathy Rain. But in the meantime, thank y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all so much for being part of the stream. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We should get a raid going before we call it a night. Let's see here. Who is online? Where should we raid to? Oh, goodness. Oh, well, this one's hard to resist. Our pal Cobra Commanda is playing Space Quest 5, a game that I absolutely love. One of my favorite all-time games. So let's drop it on Cobra Commanda, see how Space Quest 5 is going. But thanks again for watching, y'all. I hope you have a good start to your week, and I will see you again soon. And as soon as I hit this button, I will say, take care.